Sa ngalan ng pag-ibig, handa akong gawin ang lahat. Handa akong ibigay ang lahat. Mapadama lang ang tunay na pag-ibig sa'yo. Kaya sa ngalan ng pag-ibig, tutuparin ko ang ating pangarap. Sa susunod na kabanata, isa lang ang ating aasahan. Ang Pag-IBIG Housing Loan. Ano man ang ating pangangailangan, may home loan na bagay sa atin. Simple man o grande ang dream home natin, posible dahil sa kanilang lowest rates. Pangmatagalan ang ating samahan dahil hanggang 30 years ang payment terms. Pasok sa kaya nating bayaran. Para sa'yo, para sa akin, para sa pangarap natin. Lahat gagawin, lahat tatahakin. Sa ngalan ng pag-ibig, walang imposibleng pangarap. Minsan ang pag-ibig, online mo pala mahahanap. Ang bagong virtual pag-ibig. One click, you can track your savings. Easily pay for your loans, even live chat with us. And now, apply for a short-term loan.
Sign up for the virtual Pag-IBIG account today.
The National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation pioneers in the operation of the secondary mortgage market in the Philippines. In 1977, by virtue of Presidential Decree Number 1267, NHMFC was created to establish a viable housing finance system and address the country's growing needs for housing. As an attached key shelter agency under Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, the National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation envisioned to be the leader in the development of innovative programs that provides liquidity in the housing sector and boosts the availability of housing finance. An integral support designed and developed to implement NHMFC's securitization operation is its flagship program, the Housing Loan Receivables Purchase Program, or HLRPP. HLRPP encompasses 4 different programs. Home, or Purchase of Originated Economic Low-Cost Housing Receivables Program. Shelter, or Socialized Housing Loan Takeout of Receivables Program. Mabuhay, or Maginhawang Buhay sa Bahay Program. And the Balay Verde, or Building Eligible Resilient Dwelling for Everyone. Through HLRPP, NHMFC buys the housing loan receivables from the primary lenders to replenish their funds, continue to build more houses, and offer financing to home buyers. These housing loan receivables, in turn, are converted into securities or investment instruments and sold to the capital market. Through this process, fresh funds are generated to buy new housing loan receivables, provide liquidity in the housing sector, and create a sustainable housing finance system in the country. The National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation's high standard of performance and service is mirrored by the numerous recognitions and awards, such as the AAA Award as the Best Securitization of the Year 2009 at the Asset Asian Awards for its very first bond issuance, followed by the Innovative Listed Corporate Bond Issue of the Year 2012 Award, given by the Philippine Dealing Systems Holding Corporation for NHMFC's second milestone in securitization as the first ever retail mortgage-backed securities in the country. NHMFC also regularly revisits its processes to ensure continuous compliance with international standards and provide the best possible service to its stakeholders, proven by its ISO 9001:2015 certification from 2015 to present. As an active member of the Asian Secondary Mortgage Market Association, NHMFC is able to learn and adapt international best practices, giving birth to programs first of its kind and breaking new grounds in the Philippine housing finance industry. With NHMFC's continuous and tremendous efforts to pioneer new ways to promote affordable and sustainable housing, millions of Filipinos are able to enjoy a home they can call their own. Because NHMFC believes that every Filipino deserves a home and it should never take too long.
Hindi ako sanay. Good morning, everyone. Do you own a house or are you still renting one? You are not alone. In 2018, government data showed that about 4.5 million people were homeless or living in informal settlements in the Philippines. Of the 4.5 million, 3 million were in Metro Manila. It is believed that the number of informal settlers have increased due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which forced businesses to shut down, prompting layoff and income loss. How is the government handling this housing problem? I am your host, Anne Ruth de la Cruz, Special Projects Editor of Business Mirror, and you are watching Business Mirror's Coffee Club. For those who are new to our virtual show, the Business Mirror Coffee Club delivers to you newsmakers and game changers to help Filipinos excel in their business, finance, work, and lifestyle. This morning, let's talk about solving the Philippine housing problem. An update. Before I introduce our guests, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Business Mirror Official. Click the bell button and like this video. We also have a Facebook page, Business Mirror. Click the like button and then click those three dots. Then click the follow settings. Like our previous coffee club sessions, we will have very special giveaways this morning. Stay tuned, and I will be asking you a question, and you will get the chance to receive one overnight stay for two at any branch of Eurotel, and three 2,000 pesos worth of gift certificates from Winford Manila Resort and Casino. Okay, so we are very privileged this morning to have three special guests who will update us on the housing situation. Our first guest has been working with the Pag-IBIG Fund since 1984 and has held various positions. This Lingkod Pag-IBIG has been able to inspire her team to surpass their targets and receive recognition. She also works closely with the senior leadership to drive the fund's vision. Here is Miss Mary Annette R. Samano, the OIC Vice President of Loans and Obligations Group of the Pag-IBIG Fund. Good morning, Miss Annette.
Good morning and good morning, everyone.
Okay. She will be
On
joined
behalf
later.
of our chief, okay,
Go ahead, Miss
okay,
Annette.
okay, it's okay.
Sorry. Okay, she will be joined
Yes,
later by Miss Tina Marie I. Gabiosa, the Assistant Department Manager of Pag-IBIG's Institutional Housing Department. Okay. Our third guest spearheaded the enhancement of the National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation's Buhay program, then the first reverse mortgage program in the Philippines. He also spearheaded the study and approval of the reduction of interest rates under the NHMFC Housing Loan Receivables Purchase Program. Here is Mr. Rundstedt B. Jalbuna, the Chief of the Processing and Pricing Division under the Securitization Group of the National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation. Good morning, Sir Ted.
Good morning and good morning to everyone. It's nice to be here.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's start with Miss Annette. I understand, ma'am, that you have prepared a presentation for us today.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Start. Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good
On
morning.
behalf of our Chief Executive Officer, Ahmad Rizal BP Moti, thank you for inviting Pag-IBIG Fund to be part of this webinar. It is my privilege to report to you today what Pag-IBIG Fund has accomplished over the past years and what programs we can offer to our Filipino workers who are yet to fulfill their dreams of owning a home. Being the biggest source of shelter financing in the country, we at Pag-IBIG Fund recognize our role in helping and empowering more Filipino workers to acquire their home through a Pag-IBIG housing loan. We recognize that one of the aspirations of our fellow Filipinos is to own their own homes, and that is why we do all that we can do to make our housing loans affordable, accessible, and inclusive so that our members are able to achieve their dreams of home ownership. As we all continue to recover from the global pandemic, your Pag-IBIG Fund continues to serve you, our members, and our stakeholders, always and in all ways. So we remain as strong as ever, as reliable as ever in bringing you our programs and services. We are happy to share that our efforts have translated to record high accomplishments, meaningful accomplishments, because behind our record high numbers are the number of Filipino workers whose lives we have helped through our savings program, short term loans, and housing loans, especially amid the pandemic. In 2021, amid the continuing challenges posed by the pandemic, Pag-IBIG Fund was able to release 100.8 billion in housing loans, the highest ever amount of housing loans released in our 41-year history. And as I mentioned earlier, behind this accomplishment are the 102,938 Pag-IBIG Fund members who now have homes of their own. Allow me to discuss this further as I present to you the current state of Pag-IBIG Fund. Okay, so let's hear on your screen is our a snapshot of our 2021. So we have an active members of 13.69 million, and it continues to grow as many Filipino workers entrust their savings to Pag-IBIG Fund. And last year in 2021, we posted home loan releases of 97.30 billion and translating to 94,533 housing loan borrowers. For our short-term releases, we have released 44.30 billion, equivalent to 2,090,851 short-term loan borrowers. Last year, our total assets is 740.53 billion with a net income of 34.73 billion. Okay. For the Pag-IBIG housing loan, as this is our main topic for today, our total loan takeout in 2021 is 97.3 billion, the highest ever in the fund's history. And if we add the 3.5 billion interim releases in for house construction and renovation, it's as 100.8 billion, and we surpassed the 100 billion mark last year in 2021. This means that higher loan releases means more Filipino workers have their own homes even during the pandemic. Okay. Let's look at the trend of the housing loan takeout from 2017 to this year, June 2022. The trend is going up from 2017 to 2019, and of course, except the exception is 2020 because this is the pandemic. But in last year, 2021, it went up to 97.28 billion. And for these 6 months of January of 2022, we posted a 51.96 billion total takeout. Again, it's a history in the Pag-IBIG Fund for the first 6 months of the year. Okay. For how many units were financed for this total loan takeout? So it was also a trend of going up from 2017 to 2019. And again, just 33% in 20 because it is the pandemic. And again, it went up to 48% at 94,533 in 2022, in 2021, sorry. So for this year, just for the first 6 months, total housing units finance is at 47,184. Okay. For our minimum wage earners or under the socialized housings, of the total takeout for this January to June 2022, a total loan value of 3.67 billion was released, or at 7.7% of the housing loan takeout, equivalent to 8,471 housing units. So what is a Pag-IBIG housing loan? Pag-IBIG housing loan is we offer up to 6 million and a low interest rates and borrower friendly terms. What can you do to a Pag-IBIG housing loan? A member can avail of the housing loan for the following. You can avail to buy a residential lot at a maximum of 1,000 square meters or even adjoining residential lots. You can purchase residential house and lot, a townhouse, or a condominium unit, or you can construct a house on a property owned by the borrower or member, or improve your house, or we refinance your existing housing loan from other banks. Okay. Now, who can apply for a Pag-IBIG housing loan? A Pag-IBIG member can apply if he or she have at least 24 monthly membership savings under our Pag-IBIG regular savings, not more than 65 years old at date of loan application, is not more than 70 years old at the date of loan maturity. Of course, has the legal capacity to acquire or encumber real property in the Philippines, and a no Pag-IBIG housing loan foreclosed, canceled, or bought back, or has voluntarily surrendered. And if with existing Pag-IBIG housing loan or short-term loan, the payments must be updated. Pag-IBIG Fund offers the low interest rates under a repricing period effective this July to December, and is effective July to December 2022. For a one-year fixings, it's 5.70% and a three-year fixing at 6.375%. For a 5-year fixing, it's 6.625%, 10-year at 7.375%, 15 years at 8%, 20 years 8.625%, and a 25-year fixed period of 9.375%, and a 30 years at 10%. How much can you borrow? Okay. The lowest value of the herein list that I am that are shown on the screen is the loan amount that we grant to a Pag-IBIG housing loan. So the basis would be your desired loan amount or the actual need, meaning what is the selling price of the property you are acquiring, or the outstanding loan balance of a loan that you would like us to refinance, and the total construction cost of the total of your house construction and home improvement loan application. So also we check on your gross monthly income for your we check the capacity to pay of the borrower. It is computed 35% of your gross monthly income. And also the loan to value ratio is up to the economic housing limit, it's 95%. And over the economic housing limit, it's 6 million. For housing limit up to 6 million, it's 90%. So the lowest of this four is the approved loan of a housing loan borrower. Okay. So we here on your screen is a computation of the monthly amortization based on loan and the monthly gross income. For a 1 million loan, the estimated monthly amortization based on a 30-year loan term and a fixed repricing period of 3 years, the required monthly income is 17,824.85, and the estimated monthly amortization is 6,238.70. Okay. Okay, this one shows a computation for a government employee whose payment is made via a salary deduction. So we take into consideration the 5,000 net take-home pay required under the Government Appropriations Act. So the gross monthly income for a 1 million loan is 32,110.57, and the estimated monthly amortization for a 30-year loan term is 6,238.70. Okay. So you want to learn more of our other housing loan programs. Okay. We proceed with the home equity appreciation loan. This one is being offered to our borrowers who have been updated and have been updated with their housing loan and are diligently and promptly paying their monthly amortization. This is to maximize the value of a housing loan, and it offers a low interest loan rate based on the net value of your mortgage property, and is open to all Pag-IBIG housing loan borrowers whose loan are at least 5 years with the fund and in good standing. Okay. So where and what can you buy with a Pag-IBIG under the HEAL program? The members can use the Pag-IBIG HEAL for the following: for your home improvement, livelihood or additional capital for business, education expenses, health and wellness expenses, purchase of appliances, furniture, electronic gadgets, payment of your utility bills or credit card bills, and for travel and leisure and other life goals. Okay. So this one is the QR code. If you want to apply, you can just click this QR code for the home equity appreciation loan. Okay. So we also have our Home Savers program. Okay. The Home Savers program is for those who have been in arrears of their monthly amortization, and we offer plan of payment, penalty condonation, housing loan restructuring, or housing loan reevaluation. Okay. Just click again for this QR code to learn more about our Home Saver programs. Okay. So if you are a housing loan borrower, you can save and pay conveniently in our online via our online virtual Pag-IBIG for over 70,000 payment partners nationwide. Overseas, we have also our remittance 674 remittance partners. Okay. So these are just some of our partners in our collections and remittances. So it's GCash, Louis, EasyPay, Bayad Center, SafeMore, SM, and all the rest. Okay, here's again our QR code to scan and view all of our payment channels. Okay, as a Pag-IBIG member, please be informed that we have our online or virtual office. You can be a member by just clicking on our virtual Pag-IBIG and register. You can apply for loans, pay loans, and top up your savings, or you can claim your Pag-IBIG savings and or chat with a lingkod Pag-IBIG. So here's again our 24/7 service QR code for our virtual Pag-IBIG. We would like to share to you the awards and recognition received by the fund. We were awarded the Gold Stevie winner for the most valuable government response category. Bronze, also again for Stevie winner for the most exemplary employer category. And for excellence and innovation for the annual reports category, again, a bronze Stevie winner. Okay. The Commission on Audit has also awarded and recognized Pag-IBIG Fund for 9 consecutive unqualified and modified opinions from 2012 and until 2020. And this one is the most trusted, Pag-IBIG Fund is the most trusted GOCC, which posted 89% trust rating based on the 2021 Philippine Trust Index. Okay. So should you have any questions about our Pag-IBIG Fund benefits, you can contact us via these service channels, Pag-IBIG 724-4244, or contact us at pagibigfund.gov.ph or chat with us at www.pagibigfund.gov.ph, or just click on our Facebook page, Pag-IBIG Fund official page in the Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Annette, for that very detailed presentation. Now let's move on to Sir Ted. Let, please tell us more about the agency.
Good morning. Let me share my screen. Good morning to everyone tuned in this stream. I am Ted Jalbuna from the National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation. I will present a fairly short discussion about NHMFC. As a background, NHMC was created by virtue of Presidential Decree number 1267 on December 21, 1977, which with a mandate to increase the availability of housing loans to finance the Filipino home buyers on their acquisition of housing units through the development of and operation of a secondary market for home mortgages. NHMC is a secondary mortgage institution or SMI under the umbrella of the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development. NHMC as a SMI purchases housing loan receivables to provide liquidity to the primary mortgage market or housing sector and to stimulate the development of the capital market or the secondary market. Now, to paint a clear picture on the function of NHMFC in the housing sector, let us focus on this slide. On the left, home buyers generate demand for housing. This is met through the origination of socialized, economic, and low-cost housing units by housing developers, banks, and other financial institutions, which is part of the primary market. NHMFC, in turn, purchases these housing loan receivables from the primary market from what we call the originators, liquefying them to stimulate the housing production. Then NHMFC pulls the receivables and create asset pool for the eventual issuance of financial instruments and to be sold to investors through the capital market. Proceeds from the issuance provides fresh funds to purchase more housing loan receivables, thereby liquefying again the primary market until it becomes a cycle. In effect, NHMC also participates in the reduction of the housing backlog and distributes the risks from the housing sector to the capital market. Now, to realize our mission, NHMC utilizes two flagship programs, the issuance of balay bonds and the operation of the Housing Loan Receivables Purchase Program or HLRPP. As a SMI, NHMFC aims to issue mortgage-backed securities to the capital market through its partners Special Purpose Trust or SPT. SPTs are specialized entities wherein pool of assets are sold through sale. In 2009, NHMC launched its maiden issue, Bahay Bonds 1. It was recognized as the best securitization of 2009 by the AAA or Asian Asset Association Awards. In 2012, NHMC issued its second Bahay Bonds as a retail issuance and it was awarded as the most innovative listed corporate bond issue of 2012 by the Philippine Dealing Systems. HMC rebranded its issuance in 2009 and launched its first Balay bond series. It was immediately followed by a second issuance in 2020. In 2009, as a support mechanism for our mandate and to boost the accumulation of potential asset pool for securitization, NHMC launched the Housing Loan Receivables Purchase Program or HLRPP. Through HLRPP, NHMC purchases qualified housing loan receivables from partner or credited originators, which are then pooled and sold to a special purpose trust for issuance of bonds. Throughout the years, NHMC has expanded our HLRPP and branched out to several sub-programs which caters to specific segments or sectors in the housing sector. So we have our first program, the Purchase of Originated Economic Low-Cost Housing Receivables or HOME program, which is designed to cater to originators with economic or low-cost housing loan receivables for up to 3 million. In this program, originators and their borrowers may be able to enjoy fixed interest rates up for as low as 4.7%, payable to a maximum of 30 years. And we have our second program launched in 2016, NHFC Socialized Housing Loan Receivables, a takeout of receivables or shelter program, which addresses the financing needs for socialized housing developers for interest rates starting at 3% for the first 5 years and 5.5% for the remaining years. And we have our third program, recognizing the need to address the financial vulnerabilities of our senior citizens. We have launched our third iteration of HLRPP called as the Maginhawang Buhay sa Bahay or Mabuhay, which loosely translates to comfortable life through your home. It is a reverse mortgage program wherein senior citizens may be able to transform their home equities for up to 5 million pesos. And now, to promote and encourage green housing development in the Philippines, NHMC launched our fourth HLRPP iteration, which is the Balay Building Eligible Resilient Dwelling for Everyone or Balay Verde program. Balay Verde, which literally means green homes, is a step further from NHMC's way in assisting the housing sector in addressing the country's housing gap by incentivizing green and sustainable housing. As a quick update, here are some of our accomplishments from last year. To help in the generation of funds for the government's COVID-19 response, NHFC remitted a total of 72 million last May 2021, and we have also managed to pay off our obligation with the national government. The corporation also managed to maintain our ISO 9001-2015 certification by obtaining 0 nonconformities. Also, in 2021, the corporation finally launched its Enhanced Mabuhay program, making it more responsive and accessible for senior citizens. The corporation lowered our rates to 4% and introduced more payout options for our senior citizens to enjoy. Also, for the second time around, NHMC launched its online housing fair where potential home buyers searching for affordable homes were able to place their bids and pay online. As we believe that issues in the housing sector will only be addressed to multi-sectoral cooperation, in 2001 and until 2022, we have managed to ink commitments and agreements with various partners in the housing sector here and in abroad. Also last year, NHMC launched our newest program, the Balay Verde program. It was widely commended and applauded by key organizations in the housing sector as it is the first financing program in the country which ensures green and sustainable housing. As a testament to this, the Verde program was selected as one of the Innovation Awards 2021 Top 4 finalists sponsored by the Habitat for Humanity Asia Pacific Housing Forum of 2021. And later on, in December 2021, the Balay Verde program bagged the Sustainable Consumption and Production Award under the Public Policies category. So as I have mentioned, Balay Verde is the fourth series of NHFC's Housing Loan Receivables Purchase Program or HLRPP, which promotes sustainable housing development in safe and secure communities and advocates quality life that contributes to the economy while preserving the environment. It has a primary purpose as a liquidity facility to any public or private housing loan originators who construct, retrofit, and finance any green certified residential buildings or housing units to serve as the underlying collaterals that are eligible for securitization. So eligible housing portfolio under the BERDE program must comply with the building and environmental laws, regulations, and mandatory standards. The design must meet regional and national internationally recognized standards or certifications, which covers and measures the following, but not limited to energy efficiency, water efficiency, green materials and resources, climate change resilience, natural disaster resilience, and sustainability. These are the areas being certified by the green certifications. And to ensure that our partner originators adhere to the requirements and standards related to building and environmental laws, the BERDE program requires that housing units subject for purchase pass the certification offered by any of the existing green certifying bodies such as IFC's EDGE, the BERDE, or the LEED. So under the BERDE program, green originators and their borrowers may be able to sell up to 100% of the appraised value of the property not exceeding 6 million pesos. NHFC is offering fixed interest rates under the BERDE program, which ranges from 3% to 7% depending on the term bracket and the value of the property. To further make it more affordable and to promote economic opportunities for marginalized sectors, an interest rate subsidy was integrated into the pricing structure of the program. So individuals belonging to decile 6 and below may benefit up to 1% subsidy in their interest rates for the first 10 years of their loan terms. Applications under program are all okay. In our pursuit to make housing more accessible and affordable for everyone, we are committed to further increase the participation of the housing sector in the securitization process. Our partnership with our counterparts in other countries enabled us to introduce innovative ideas and products to develop and enhance the secondary market in the country. And to make this happen, we are working hard to encourage real estate developers, banks, and other originators to sell their housing loan receivables to us. As part of our continuing study and to further improve the provision of green housing finance in the housing sector, we aim to further enhance our HLRPP guidelines to make it more accessible and responsive to the needs of the Filipinos. We are working towards having a more seamless and faster accreditation process for our partner originators through consultations, focus group discussions, in-depth interviews with stakeholders like the International Finance Corporation, key green housing developers, and even our regulators like Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, or the Department of, or the DSUD. One part of our study points towards making green certification more accessible and affordable for developers and the home buyers. This is to encourage even individual home buyers to have their home certified and to ensure that all housing constructions, repairs, retrofitting, and improvements follow the globally accepted standards in sustainability and resiliency. In relation to this, the NHMC is looking at issuing a supplemental guideline specifically centered around retrofitting of new and existing homes and structures to realize our dream of having a more sustainable and resilient country. Lastly, in our execution of our mandate, we are planning to issue the first ever green mortgage-backed securities in the Philippines to generate more funds for the construction and expansion of the green housing in the Philippines. I hope you like my presentation, and I pray for the support and cooperation of every Filipino in solving the housing gap in our country. Again, good morning to everyone and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Ted. That's a very interesting presentation. Can you tell us more? Now we are now in the open forum. Pero I haven't. There's not too many questions there. Pero following up on your presentation, Sir Ted, can you tell us more about the Balay Verde program? How many are there already housing programs under that? Yung mga developers, meron na po na develop.
Yes, currently, ma'am, we are engaged with around 4 developers who are selling their receivables to us.
Mm-hmm.
As of now, we are still looking for more developers who would like to go to green housing. so that we can actually promote resiliency and sustainability in the country.
Oh, so there are four. Okay. And usually ilan houses po yan for each of the
Uh,
developers?
Actually, ma'am, we have no limit in terms of
Okay.
purchasing. So what they do is the developers or banks, they offer their receivables to us, and then we will purchase them according
Mm-hmm.
to the principal balance.
Okay. Can Pag-IBIG members ba avail of yung mga offers ng National Home Mortgage, Miss Annette? Medyo nako-confuse din ako dun sa interrelationship between Pag-IBIG and the National Mortgage. Can you please enlighten me on that?
Oh. Can Pag-IBIG Fund borrower, a
Member?
member,
Yes.
avail of the being offered by national homes?
Yes.
I think ano, Ted, I think yes. It's open
Uh-huh.
to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Technically,
Okay.
ma'am, we require no membership naman. So, but
Okay.
technically, since our mandate, we are operating in the secondary market, no. So that Pag-IBIG Fund must sell their receivables or yung mga loans ng
Um,
borrowers to the
Ah,
National Mortgage Financial
okay.
Corporation.
I see.
Securitization under your securitization program, ano, Ted?
Okay.
Yes, Miss Annette, you're right.
Okay. Sige. Miss Annette, here's one
Yes.
question. Yeah. What advice can you give those who want to transfer their housing loans from private banks to Pag-IBIG?
Okay. Um, this Pag-IBIG members should ensure that their loans with the bank are updated or in current status. Yun lang yung inaalaw ni Pag-IBIG for the refinancing of their loans with other banks. So, yun lang, a very simple requirement. They should just get a certification from the bank that their loans are updated and in current status, and then they can go now and apply and just um, apply. They can even apply through online, our online virtual Pag-IBIG.
Okay. Can you tell us more about your virtual Pag-IBIG, Miss Annette? Marami na po ba gumagamit yung service na yon?
Yes, yes. And we are encouraging our members really to go virtual as this is the
Uh-huh.
most convenient, especially but during the pandemic when everybody cannot go out. And
Mm-mm.
they can register if they many kasi of our members hindi nila alam that they can register online or get their IDs, MIDs. So that's one. And because this MID is very important in their transactions with us. So they can apply their short-term loans. We have a short-term loan. We have our multi-purpose loan. We have also a calamity loan if there's a
Mm-hmm.
calamity and of course the housing loan they can apply it virtual in our virtual office. They can also pay. They can just top up their savings and pay their monthly amortization through our virtual Pag-IBIG.
Okay. Ito nga yung follow-up din dun sa question ko from Aldwin also. What's the difference between the services of Pag-IBIG and NHMFC? Ako rin actually, nako-confuse ako. Membership-based tama po ba ang Pag-IBIG?
Ah,
Tapos yung...
Pag-IBIG Fund is a savings program. You
Yes.
become a member, you save, and then they have this and we offer short-term loans and then of course our end user housing financing loan as benefit as being a member, an active member. I think sa national homes there is no membership, ano, Ted? Wala
Yes,
naman
ma'am.
ganon.
Yes, ma'am, you're
It's
right.
not, and also it's not an end user housing loan, Ted,
Yes,
no.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am,
Mhm.
you're right, ma'am.
It's more on securitization.
Yes po,
Uh,
yes.
they buy receivables.
Yes, ma'am.
Parang
Technically,
ganun po
ma'am,
yun.
no, we buy the home, the loans of the home buyer. So, para pong insurance re-underwriting. So, what we do
Mm.
is we pull those housing loan receivables or yung mga utang ng borrowers, and then we purchase them from the developers or yung other originators na sinabi ko kanina, like yung banks or si Pag-IBIG or other key shelter agencies like yan ba si Socialized Housing Finance, yung mga ganun po. And then we pull them and then we structure them para at least maging ano siya, and then we sell them to the capital market. So ang pwedeng gawin ng mga Filipinos natin is to ask their developers kung partner sila ni NHMFC, or to encourage the developers to sell their receivables to the National Home Mortgage para at
Mhm.
least we can have more asset pool that we can package para ma-securitize natin, para at least more funds will flow into the housing sector from the investment market. So technically po parang more a step further from the Pag-IBIG Fund po yung kumbaga more on the secondary market talaga.
Kumbaga, you're buying bad loans? Tama po yan? You're buying the
Technically
bad loans?
necessarily bad loans, no,
Uh-huh.
ma'am. More on technically mas maganda kung qualified mortgage siya, no, or yung mga magandang
Okay.
mga magaganda yung mga payment performance niya. And then
Okay.
kasi mas kumbaga in terms of investment, mas investment grade siya pag in-issue mo siya sa capital market. Pero technically historically sa
Mhm.
securitization, hindi naman talaga siya necessarily good loans lang. Pwede rin naman i-restructure, i-package yung mga non-performing loans natin.
Okay. Here's another question, Miss Annette, from Sa.
Yes.
Can Pag-IBIG members still apply for a HEAL loan if they have existing multi-purpose loans?
Yes, yes, of course, as long as the multi-purpose loan is updated.
Okay.
Or basta update niya lang yung kanyang multi-purpose loan and can apply for under our HEAL program.
Okay. Thank you. Sir Ted, do you
Yes, ma'am.
consider modular houses sustainable housing?
That's part of the measures that we are looking at, no. So technically our partner certifying bodies will look into that, and it will be
Mhm.
integrated in their rating or in the certification. So we have already purchased housing loan receivables which integrates modular housing into their construction.
Mhm. Okay. Here's another question from Ed Daba. Can the Verde program be availed of in conjunction with a Pag-IBIG mortgage property? Like if we want to retrofit our house with solar power?
As I've mentioned, Sir Ed, no, you need to consult your partner originator or your developer mo para to check if they can sell their mortgage to us. Also, if you have an existing Pag-IBIG loan, since yung retrofitting will be done separately from your loan, so ang possible mo magawa is to package the loan and ask your developer na sila yung magpasok sa National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation.
Mhm.
So technically, we need to establish kung sino talaga yung magbebenta to NHMFC.
Okay. Anong definition niyo ulit, Sir Ted, ng sustainable housing? What's your...
In our program, we are looking at 20% efficiency rating as
Mhm.
certified with our partner certifying bodies. So a minimum of 20% dapat na-pass niya yung efficiency rating na yon. Pero
Okay.
technically, so yung sa certification kasi, there are factors being checked or evaluated by the certifying body to
Mhm.
say to certify it as sustainable. So maybe our partner developers can explain that to our borrowers, and we are also willing to present naman to our home buyers naman to make them understand kung paano nagiging certified green ang isang housing unit.
Okay. Is that a long process?
Long process, ma'am.
Yeah.
In
Mga
terms of
maraming requirements?
not necessarily, ma'am. Uh, Kumbaga, it's up to the developers kung paano sila mag-comply.
Mm.
At the end of the day, it's up to the developers kung gaano sila kabilis mag-comply or magkumpleto ng documents. And then I would like to say na ganun din sa borrowers natin. So
Mm-mm.
it's still up to the borrowers kung gaano sila kabilis pero kasi as a government agency naman, we are mandated or directed to process all loans according to the provisions of the Anti-Red Tape Act naman. So kumbaga doon pa rin naman nagpo-fall. Tsaka we have our citizens charter naman, nandun naman din kung paano yung mga processing time ng lahat ng government institutions.
Okay. Miss Annette, can you tell us more about your plans for 2022 and now that we're under a new administration? Meron ba mga marching orders na po sa inyo?
Um, Oo. What I know that the future plans of Pag-IBIG is, of course, as mentioned earlier, that the Hill is one, as this is an incentive for our good payers, and we're also exploring the alternative housing, yung mga alternative housing like container vans or van homes. So we're starting to explore that. And of course, we want to transition to a paperless transaction. We wanted the full implementation of our virtual office. That's the full implementation of File Anywhere program. And we also wanted to enhance our online housing loan application and the developers' online housing loan application. So the developers can do it now online, and hindi na they can deliver via online or through our virtual office. Kasi sa
Mhm.
ngayon, ano pa, talagang physical delivery pa rin ang aming mga developers. And we
Mhm.
also would like to fully implement our monthly billing system. So that's what those are our our prospects for this year and the coming years. And also we want to promote to engage new payment channels. So sana marami pa kami maging partners para to make it more convenient for our housing loan or not even housing loan, even our short-term loan borrowers. Okay, so
Interesting po
yung
yung yung container housing.
yes,
Where
we're
did that idea
exploring.
come from? Oo.
Uh,
Where did that idea come from, ma'am? Yung container housing.
Okay, the container vans or van homes
Mm.
kasi parang nauuso na din, and many of our members are writing, and why don't we explore daw to
Oh,
van homes,
okay.
or
Aha.
ito nga po yung mga ganitong klaseng housing na yung out of the traditional housing that we have in the Philippines.
Okay, that's interesting. Sir Ted, kayo, ano po yung mga plans nyo for ano? What can
As
we
of now, we are
expect?
trying to improve our uh, guidelines and our uh, operation then. So we are planning to issue the guidelines for our bulk purchasing. So
Mhm.
our partner originators may submit may sell their receivables in wholesale. So
Mhm.
meron din corresponding benefit in doing that. So we are
Mhm.
looking at that now. And then we are trying to expand our Verde program by aggressively marketing and disseminating yung information about green housing and how it could help our country in terms of sustainability and resiliency. So that is what our main objective now. And also, we are still actively marketing pa rin naman yung other programs natin, yung home program natin and our shelter, which
Mhm.
caters to economic and socialized housing. And we are praying na that the developers and yung mga organizations natin na housing developers natin and other banks who hold
Mhm.
housing portfolio in their books, sana they would like to sell their receivables para at least we can generate more funding talaga for the
Mhm.
housing sector kasi medyo tawag doon medyo may ano na eh may kumbaga nahihirapan na rin yung national government in subsidizing yung housing ano natin housing issues na housing gaps natin in the country. So
Mhm.
that's why we are calling all of these developers and banks and or other originators to come to National Home Mortgage and sell your receivables so that
Mhm.
we can issue them as part of our securitization process.
Okay. Miss Annette, kumusta po
Yes.
yung ano, yung mga housing loans that were not paid during the pandemic? Kumusta na po yun?
Ah, okay. If we have to check our records, we
Mm-mm.
have a high of our performing accounts ratio of I think it's double digit of I think it's 92%.
Okay.
It shows that our economic is improving. Our Filipino workers are back in their trabaho and then slowly although we have our during the pandemic nabigyan naman kasi sila ng what's this? They were given na-relax muna yung kanilang monthly amortization payments.
Parang grace
Um,
period. Mm-mm.
yes, yes. And slowly they are updating and maganda na it posted really a high of our performance accounts ratio of I think it's now as of last month it's at 92%.
Okay, sige. Before we continue, I just want to ask our audience, this is the question they've been waiting for. Okay, here's the question. Sorry, ma'am, sir. What does NHMFC stand for? Okay, again, what does NHMFC stand for? Type your answer with the hashtag BM Housing, and we will announce who will get those prizes we were discussing earlier before the end of the show. Okay? So I'm also looking out for more questions pero mukhang wala pa. Isa pa, Miss Annette, kumusta po yung yung mga OFWs natin? Do you have a lot of members? Are their members increasing?
Yes, we have in fact, a lot of housing loan borrowers from OFWs.
Mhm.
Although during in 2020, nakita talaga namin yung trend na wala masyadong may nag-apply from the
Mhm.
OFW sector. Maybe because yun nga, they were also the most affected during the pandemic. And
Mhm.
we're still open. We did not close our doors to our OFWs. And there's still, and now it's again peaking na din ang kanilang mga housing loan applications.
Okay, ma'am. And ano pa ba yung pwede ko tanongin? I think we have covered actually a lot na po, no? And let's see. Pero interesado po ako dun sa bonds, Sir Ted. Can you tell us more about that? How can we avail of yung mga bonds dyan sa National Home Mortgage?
We already had four issuances na
Mm-hmm.
starting in 2009. We are still trying to finalize yung next issuance namin. But I still don't know if it's going to be retail or institutional.
Okay.
So we have two options kasi. So pag retail, pwede
Mm-hmm.
siyang i-offer sa mga private individuals like yourself, Ma'am Ann.
Aha.
Pero pag institutional
How I
kasi,
wish.
more on institutions lang yung nakakabili. Like for example, yung mga big banks, yung mga ganun
Aha.
po. So
I see.
uh, let let us inform you later on, ma'am, pag
Yes,
meron na kaming
please.
final structure for our next issuance.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sir Ted. And I think before we go, can I ask po for your final messages before we end, Miss Annette? Baka you'd like to invite more to avail of your services.
Okay. Okay. Pag-IBIG Fund has constantly improved its programs to remain relevant to its members. But despite the changes and improvements that we make, what you can be assured of is our enduring commitment to provide you with the services that matters always and in always. Again, we would like to thank Business Mirror for giving us this opportunity to give us an update on the state of the Pag-IBIG Fund. We're grateful for partners like you for being a bridge of knowledge and information that links us to more Filipino workers. Through your platforms, we're able to reach out to them and allowing them to know more about our programs and services that they can enjoy. As we continue our journey to recovery, let us continue to work together in empowering our fellow Filipinos to achieve a better quality of life. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Miss Annette. Sir Ted, your final message, please, before we go.
Can I just copy paste Miss Annette's message? Sorry, sorry. I'm sorry. As I mentioned
It's
earlier,
okay.
no, that to
Both
address
of us
the
naman, di ba? Ted,
okay,
both of us naman, we want a good
yes, ma'am.
quality of life of
Yes,
our
ma'am.
fellow Filipinos.
We share the same objectives naman technically. But
Yes.
Mhm.
but let me say lang no, now yung to address yung housing gap natin in the
Uh-huh.
country, it is really a multi-sectoral approach talaga. Pag-ibig alone cannot solve that. NHFC alone cannot solve that. So let's all work together in addressing the housing backlog in the country and to provide more affordable and accessible housing for our Filipinos, for our countrymen. No? So again, I would like to call the housing loan developers in our country to sell their receivables to the National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation for us to have more asset pool to be sold to the capital market so that more funds will flow into the housing sector. So again, thank you for Business Mirror for giving us this opportunity to present and to inform our fellow countrymen about NHNFC and our products and services. And mabuhay tayong lahat. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Ted and Miss Annette. You can both go off stage na. Then I'll just finish the with all the giveaways namin. Thank you so much po.
Thank you
Thank
po.
you. Thank you.
So, okay. Are we ready, Ed? Okay, and the answer to our question, what does NHMFC stand for? It's National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation. Okay, ready na tayo? We will first draw the first three winners who will receive 2,000 pesos worth of gift certificates from Winford Manila Resort and Casino. Three winners muna before we do the overnight stay. And we have Josen Neil Samuel. Congratulations, Josen. Samuel. Okay, thank you. And then our next winner, also for the 2,000 pesos worth of gift checks from Winford, Rose Nunez Palmiano. Congratulations, Rose Palmiano. And our third winner for the Winford gift certificates goes to Joanna Pard de Villa. Congratulations, Joanna. Okay, and for our overnight stay at Eurotel, for two, our winner is congratulations to Mona Gonzalez Saraspe. Congratulations, Mona. Okay, thank you so much for joining. If you find our episode today very helpful, kindly share it with your families and friends. It means so much to all of us here at Business Mirror, so we can continue to do this program and bring you more value to your work, your business, your life, and family. Again, please hit like, subscribe, and follow the Business Mirror FB page and YT channels. The links are also in the description below. This has been the Business Mirror Coffee Talk. I'm Anne Ruth de la Cruz. Join me again tomorrow, and my two divas will be here with me tomorrow, I promise, as we talk about transforming Boracay into a MICE destination. Until then, have a great day. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Sinulat ko to upang malaman mo na may pag-ibig para sa'yo. May problema ka ba? Huwag ka nang mangamba, may masasandalan ka. May pag-ibig kang kasangga. Mag-aasikaso at mag-aalaga sa'yo. Kaya tandaan mo itong sasabihin ko. Sa Pag-IBIG Fund, sure ako di ka mabibigko. Sila'y maglilingkod para sa'yo.
Excuse me, miss. Pag-ibig na ba to?
Nakukulangan ka ba sa funds with benefits mo? Di na ba nag-e-enjoy sa kanya? Sa pag-ibig, the more you save, the more you get. Think long term para no regrets. Give more to your pag-ibig, get more love in return. Sa Pag-IBIG Fund, your dreams will come true. Upgrade your pag-ibig na. Ikaw ba ay nahihirapan, nasasakal at walang mapuntahan? Magbagong bahay ka na kasi you need some space. Pag-ibig ang susi mo, ramdam ang ligaya. Pag-IBIG Fund, walang problema. Pag pure pag-ibig lang, magbago